Hey, what's up? It's Y, and we're here with another episode of Why Stop Now. And today I have the pleasure of being here with Miss Robyn Darnell. Robyn, I'm so excited that we finally get to talk today. There's been a lot of going back and forth on figuring out when we're going to set up the time to do it, and I'm so excited that we finally get to talk today.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
You are a woman with a very busy schedule. It kind of blows my mind how much you have going on in your plate. Tell me about the different clubs that you're involved with on campus.
Yeah, I do a lot of improv. I like to say I eat, sleep, and breathe improv, especially in college, because I am the founder and president of Improv Club on campus. I'm the director of Oddly Appropriate, which is the audition-based improv troupe on campus, and then I also help out with Odd Prop Productions, which is a local production company that just started in May, and we do a lot of improv shows and murder mystery shows. I also write for the Horizon magazine, and I'm a part of Marketing Club as well.
Sounds like you have a lot going on at all times, but it's really interesting to me how much improv you've got going on in your life. Do you have a favorite of the three groups that you're a part of?
I like to think that they're all kind of equal. It's just it's a difference in level of improv. Like Improv Club is much more casual as opposed to Odd Prop Productions, which is like an actual professional performance. Right. A lot of the people are the same, which I love because, getting to do improv with the same people really just improves the overall comedic timing that you're able to work with. But I don't know if I really have a favorite.
And with the Oddly Appropriate, tell me a little bit about what that organization is.
Yeah, so Oddly Appropriate is the audition-based improv troupe on campus. We do shows like try to at least once a month. Sometimes it doesn't actually work out that well, but we do shows in the Black Box in Moss Performing Arts Center, and that's really open to anybody. Anybody can come in and audition and just try it out. I'm really hoping that we'll be able to do more shows in the future. This is my first year as director for Oddly Appropriate, so I've just been kind of trying to figure out what I need to do and make sure I get feedback from my team, so I'm, keeping them in mind.
Testing out the ropes, making sure everything's going good.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you been doing improv? At what age did you get into this?
I started doing improv in 7th grade. I was in a play in my tiny charter school, middle school. We were doing Peter Pan Jr., and the teacher who was teaching that drama class decided that the group of students she had was really interested in improv, so she started an improv club that met like once a week during lunch, and we would like eat our food really quick and then go play some improv games, and that's where I really got started. But I've also done it in high school. I was on my high school improv team called Mixed Nuts. That was a fun time, and I'm really lucky that I get to do it in college as well.
Did you have a feeling that you were going to stick with it after high school? Like, did you come to CMU knowing of all the different opportunities, or was it just kind of get here and then find your way?
Well, I knew I definitely wanted to do improv in college. I was saying, like, no matter what college I go to, if they don't have an improv team when I get there, they're going to by the time I leave. So I feel like it was definitely something I'm very passionate about.
That's awesome. And what is your favorite part about improv? What makes you so passionate about it?
I like to think that it's less pressure than like a performance where you have a script or a plan ahead of time. I know that sounds weird to a lot of people, but I just like going up there and goofing around, messing around, creating a story that it doesn't exist outside of that moment that you're performing it. And when you have a team that, like I do, that is just we work so well together, it's just so much fun.
I get what you're saying. Like, my show here, I found it to be a lot easier and a lot more enjoyable when I can just sit back and have a conversation with you. At my first season, I tried really hard to have a script, and I had like each question that I was going to ask, and it just didn't fit sometimes with what people were responding, but like I had to go off of my script. So I get what you're saying on it's a lot less pressure when you can just have fun with it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So we were fortunate enough to meet up with you a couple months ago. So our segment is a little bit off on timing, but you were able to show Maccoy a little bit of improv. How about we go and take a look at that now? Welcome to the first segment of the season. I'm super excited for this one. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Today, Robyn's going to show us a little bit of improv. Robyn, how are you feeling going into this? Are you excited?
I'm so excited. Improv is one of the things I'm most passionate about in life, so I'm really excited to see how Maccoy does.
I'm also excited, and Maccoy, every time I ask it, every time we get a different answer, so I'm really curious this time. How are you feeling going into this one?
I am extremely excited for this one. I'm a big fan of improv, so I am excited to delve more into it.
Okay, let's take a look of how it goes.
All right, so we're going to play a game called Genre Jump. And in this game, Maccoy and I are going to be doing a scene, and then whenever Wiley feels like it, she's going to call out a movie or film genre that we then have to incorporate in our scene. So we'll continue on with the same scene, but it'll be in an entirely different genre. Like Western or horror or opera is always a fun one. So whatever you feel like it, and you can get weird if you want.
Okay, I like the sound of this. Maccoy, how are you feeling going into this one?
Oh, a little nervous going into this one,
'Kay.
but see how it goes.
All
I'm
right.
excited for it.
Then from Wiley, can we get a suggestion of a movie title that you would want to see?
The Life of Them.
The Life of Them is our suggestion. All
I could
right.
have done so much better, but it's fine. We're going with it.
What are you working on, them?
Drawn in the dirt. What are you working on, them?
I'm staring at you working on the dirt, them. I think you should try maybe drawing something else. It doesn't look good. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man.
Well, that's not very nice.
There's no story being told about
Sci-fi.
them. The aliens are... I don't think they're gonna appreciate your drawing them.
Someone else was here before us, though.
You really...
Someone else wrote something, and it was meant to be a warning.
Who do you think it could have been? I mean, there's so many... I don't think it was the aliens. I think there might be a third party to this. A third player.
What if it was us from the future?
Oh, this is groundbreaking. Wait, are they trying to send us a message? Oh gosh. It's just 3 circles.
How many suns does this planet have?
I shouldn't have looked at the sun.
Nope.
Oh, that was
Come on, them.
that was a bad idea. My eyes hurt now.
Romance.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I can't believe you, looked in the sun for me.
It was the least I could do for you.
You know what? You're like kind of my son, but not like my child, but oh my gosh. Like my son in the sky. Oh my gosh, that sounded weird.
I mean, this is groundbreaking news to me. I've never had someone call me their son before.
Whore.
What are you doing here?
Accept me.
What am I accepting? I don't want to. I don't want to accept the terms and agreements. No.
I am your mother. Don't look too much into it.
My mother? I thought my mother was dead. I thought she died in a car crash. Ah! It can't be! No!
Western.
I told you not to play with guns. Them.
Well, Ben, I wanted to, and I think that I'm a better shooter than you.
Well, shall we find out?
I think we shall.
It's high time for high noon.
Well, then, is that your last words?
If it was, those would be pretty bad last words.
I don't think you'd want that on your gravestone.
No, I gotta think of something cooler.
Yeah, so do I.
Comedy.
I can't believe that we're in Las Vegas.
bus and like this crazy guy is after us and you know, your mom was here. Oh my gosh.
This has been like a trip.
I know.
And I don't mean the acid.
I know.
I think we should go gamble.
Gamble?
I think this is gonna be a pretty wacky experience.
Well, we gotta bring the gorilla.
I do too.
You have a gorilla?
Yeah. I kidnapped one from the zoo.
Oh my gosh. Mine was left me by an estranged aunt.
You have an aunt?
Yeah.
Is it like, how many ants? Is it like colony of ants?
No, my mother's sister.
Your mother has a sister?
Oh my gosh, this is what I get for taking you to Vegas.
Opera?
Oh god. Why are we in Vegas? Why Vegas? Why? My money is gone. We'll have to make some more. Do you know any magic tricks? No, but I do know where the nearest bank is. Let's go run! I have a plan.
Thank you. Yay. Excellent. That was the best way possible to end that. What did you think of that? Because I personally haven't laughed that hard during this show in a hot minute.
Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Maccoy did great. I appreciate him trying it. Improv is tough sometimes, especially when you have to sing, so...
That was my personal favorite part. I mean, I loved how we were just kind of going with it through it all, but when you guys started singing at the end, and like how you both queued up at the very beginning in that high note, that was awesome.
Yeah.
So, do your shows usually run kind of like that? Like, is that an actual game that you'll play during a show, or is that more of something you do like during a club meeting?
Yeah, we would play that in a club meeting, or we would play it during a show. It just depends on kind of what the theme of the show is. And it's funny that you mentioned singing, actually, because the Odd Prop Productions, we do musical improv shows sometimes.
Okay.
And we've actually got a local band called 12th Street. They're a local jazz band, and they will play along with us while we do different games where we're singing along. So that's fun. I really enjoy it. I don't know if everybody else likes to hear me sing, but it's a lot of fun just to like make up songs on the spot.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, not a lot going into it. It's probably got to be a little bit challenging to, like, you know, jump in there, come up with lyrics more than just words, but that's fun. So let's dive into something beyond improv. We've talked a lot about that, but I want to learn more about you. So, along with your busy schedule, we said that you're in the marketing club and that you're, what's the other?
I write for the Horizon.
Right, so that combines your two interests, right? You're majoring in communications and in marketing. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about what it's like double majoring.
Honestly, it's not as challenging as I thought it was going to be going into it. I was lucky enough that I was able to get a lot of my like base credits out of the way before I started at CMU. I got a lot of stuff from high school. But I declared my second major at the end of last year, and I'm still going to hopefully graduate in the regular 4 years by spring 2026, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm really grateful. One of my professors actually had us look up like jobs that we would be interested in once we graduated, and I noticed that a lot of them were requiring more knowledge about the business angle of things as opposed to just the communications angle of things. So that's why I kind of decided to add the marketing major on top of my mass comm.
And what made you think to yourself that you should add add that major, like a full business degree, instead of just maybe picking up a minor and something to complement it?
Well, I've always been somebody who likes to be challenged. I don't really like just sitting around taking things as they come. I'm more go out there and get it kind of a thing. really get bored easily, so I feel like I need to constantly challenge myself and constantly try new things. Otherwise, what's the point of being in college? More than that, I had room in my schedule, and I've been lucky enough to have a scholarship, so I felt like, why not? Let's do it.
Might as well jump in and handle it, right? I think that is so cool. So what's been the largest challenge that you've had to come with that time management?
I think just finding a time to have some personal time for myself, as well as like balancing my social life, has been a struggle, because you can do all of the things that you want to do, but then there's not a lot of time left to just relax. So I've been starting to schedule out time in my day. Like, I know I have this half an hour segment to just relax. I don't have to do homework. I don't have to do any prep work for any improv things. I just need to take some time to be by myself. Because I am an introvert. I know it doesn't seem like that, but I do definitely need like time and space away from people to just recharge. And I think setting that aside has been really valuable.
That's great. And in addition to taking that time for yourself, is there any other advice that you would give to somebody who might be struggling with something similar?
I would say don't overdo it. I know that sounds a little crazy coming from me, but there are things that you can cut out if you are genuinely so overwhelmed that you can't get through your day, and people will understand. I've had to cut back on not going to some meetings for certain things before because I just needed time for myself. And people get it, especially in college. No one's going to be mad at you. You just have to be able to communicate with them beforehand and make sure that everybody's on the same page.
Not cancel the day of.
Yes.
Give a little bit of heads up, and people are more than, understanding, because
Yes.
everybody knows what it's like, right? At least on a small scale. Maybe not quite as intense as you, balancing all of that. But, well, is there anything else that you would like to add that maybe I didn't touch on before we end the show?
I guess just being at CMU has given me so many different opportunities to try things I never thought I'd be able to, and I'm really grateful for the school for just giving me the space to experiment and try new things and start clubs and build up other clubs and write articles and basically do whatever I want or anything. I feel like the sky's the limit, so.
That's great. And is there anything specifically that, or just really quick, sorry, I want to touch on the Horizon magazine. How long have you been writing for that?
I don't know. My first semester of college, I wrote for the Horizon, as in I wrote a comic and then my roommate that year illustrated it, but I didn't get credited in the magazine because I really didn't do anything. But then I started the next semester. So this will be my third semester as a published contributor to the magazine.
So are you like on staff, or is it like a volunteer type position?
It's just a volunteer thing. I did my practicum with them last semester,
Okay.
and I really enjoyed that. But it's just nice to be able to express myself creatively and have published work that I can add to my portfolio.
That's great, and that's what I think is so great about the mass comm department, is truly being able to apply that practicality, like things that you will use in real life, being able to do them now in school. But okay, well, thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you for coming on my show today. I really enjoyed talking to you. I'm glad we finally got to catch up, chat a little bit. Do you have any final plugs for any improv, what are they called?
Shows?
Any improv shows coming up soon?
We are doing a murder mystery the 15th and 16th, most likely at Kopeka Coffee. And then we've also got a oddly appropriate show on March 30th, if anybody's
Awesome.
interested.
Okay, perfect. Well, Maccoy, I think that you and I should go to those. And thank you again, Robyn, for coming on my show.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Why stop now? The story is just getting started.